November 38, Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com, live on Twitch. We're sitting on the ground in Akron, Ohio. We're going to do a wonderful flight that's going to take us into St. Louis, Missouri. Let's get started.
Good afternoon, Eagle County Ground, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo. We're at the ramp ready for taxi, runway 25. We'll take the apron, Alpha 3 to Alpha, runway 25, hold short, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo. Clear to Ottawa, Leicester 2, runway 6 left, 0544, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo. Clear land, runway 7, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
Good evening, everybody. November 38, Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com, live on Twitch. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday and a very special happy birthday to one of our wonderful, amazing moderators, Mr. Disavowed Player. I actually knew it was his birthday ahead of time, but I wanted to tell him that it was, if he hadn't coughed it up, it was totally going to get let out of the bag. 65 years old, dude. You're like a brand new tire now. You can collect that wonderful check every month now and all that beautiful thing. Shit, dude, it's awesome. You're almost as old as Ivory Soap. Really good to have you here, buddy, and happy birthday to you. Everybody in the channel, please put a 1 in channel to wish Disavowed Player a happy birthday, because he definitely deserves it. He is a very important reason why this stream is successful, and without Disavowed, this stream would suck monkey balls. So happy birthday, buddy. Good to see you. Hopefully everybody's doing well. We're sitting on the ground in Akron, Ohio, and we're hoping to get our asses on the go. We're going to make it to St. Louis. I should be okay. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I want to make sure everybody can hear. I have forgotten to remove the donation goal off there. We're wearing the Sennheiser headsets, so obviously no need to carry that goal going. Hey, how's it going? Thank you for the 200 bits. That's Al Jarosi. Thank you very much for the 250 bits. Absolutely awesome. Thank you very much for the support for the community. Everybody can hear me okay? You notice the new sound? It sounds real good. I'm glad it sounds real good. I wasn't sure because right now I can't hear a whole lot. I haven't got my internal speakers on. Just only thing I got on is the headset right now. So we'll see how it goes for the rest of the flight, and hopefully everybody's going to join us. Once again, a big happy fat birthday to Mr. Disavowed Player. Guys, without further ado, I see drones sitting just off to our left. We're going to be on 122.950. We'll go ahead and tune that in, and we'll do a radio check before we get going. I do have the battery on, and I want to make sure that we don't get 122.950. I want to make sure that I do not get battery death. Can you hear me okay in Discord, Disavowed?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. All right, let's just do a quick battery and 122.950 on COM 2, and I'll make sure that's all working because new headset, you happen to have some new audio. Let's see. November 38 Alpha Kilo radio check. That doesn't sound like it's working. 122.950, 122.950. I need to check the audio settings on the ATC because something isn't quite right with that. Give me a second. I knew that there was going to be something little that would pop up. Just see what's going on here and make sure that I had this right. Voice error. Oh, that's perfect. So that's okay. That wasn't a issue. November 38. Oh, not connected to the POSCON network. Let's try this again. Disconnected from network. Connect. November 38 Alpha Kilo radio check.
Roger. You're loud and clear.
Awesome. All right, that fixes that. It was actually a network thing that I was dropped off, but that's okay. It's all sorted now. That's the only difference with having the extra monitor in the back, guys, is I can't actually see what's going on. So hopefully everything's going to be good. Guys, we filled out the FMC. Our route's in there, St. Louis. Here we go. It shouldn't be too bad. It should be about 2 hours, I think, gate to gate. We've done our pre-start checklist. We're going to go ahead and get this thing running. I don't see a fuel truck or anything, so what I'm going to do is probably just have this guy push me back a little bit because he never backs up far enough. So we'll go ahead and do that for sure, and we'll see what happens. Zenbender, you got me licking chicken. I don't think you got me licking no chicken, dude, but good to see you. All right, let's do a little push back here, and we're going to push back straight, and we're going to turn the parking brake off once he gets us connected. Really good to see you guys. Thanks very much for hanging out with us on a Wednesday evening, November 38 Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. Good to see you. Sorry we did not stream on Saturday or Sunday. It was my wife's birthday weekend, so we spent some time doing some really cool shit, and basically that's what it is. Family a little more important than streaming, but I'm sure you guys all understand. Really good to have you guys with us. Should be an exciting flight, and hopefully we can get off the ground without any issues. While we're waiting for this guy to hook up to us, we're just going to check the flight controls, make sure they're free and correct, and that everything is good with them. It appears as though they are. He's just connected to us now. We'll release the parking brake, and we'll back up just slightly. Just ever so slightly. We're using the Sennheiser GSP 750s, I think they are. They sound pretty good. The audio, probably no difference than what... Oh, shit. There's another plane there. The audio is probably no different for you guys. I don't think the microphone is really any better than what the old microphone was. But the nice part about them is... they're definitely, the sound in them is incredible. The battery life isn't quite as good. They are a little tighter on my head, but other than that, they're not too bad. We do really enjoy how they sound. Like I said, I haven't noticed the difference with the microphone, but again, I'm not an audio engineer. I'm sure it's Sennheiser. It's probably better than what I had, but really not 100% sure. I don't really notice a big difference, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, without further ado, let's get these Pratt & Whitney started. The battery's on, the nav lights are on, the beacon light is on, seatbelt signs are on, props are all the way forward, parking brake is set. We'll go ahead and crank number 2. Here we go. We've got ignition start, N1 rotation. ITT's rising, oil pressure's coming up, oil pressure light is good, and fuel pressure is gone out, 40 psi. There goes the oil pressure. We've got the props spinning, and through 12% N1, in goes the fuel. We hold the starter till 50%. Once we get to 50%, we let go of the starter. That basically indicates that there's no danger of a hung or a hot start. We're coming up on 40% N1, and the ITT's climbing really nicely. It looks pretty good. And there's 50%. Starter cutout. Master caution reset. And we got a good start on number 2. We're going to put number 2 to high idle. The auto ignition light automatically comes on when we put that up, but we're going to go ahead and switch over to Gen 2, and here comes Gen 2. Gen 2's coming on. We got voltage, we got the load. Everything looks really, really good on Gen 2. Gen 2 light is out. We got voltage and the load here. Gen 2's going off. Master caution reset, and let's go ahead and spin number 1. Here we go. Number 1, we got ignition start. Fuel pressure light went off. N1 rotation. ITT's rising. Oil pressure's coming up. 40 psi is the number for that. Watching the N1 climb through 10.5. We put in Gen 2. We got the turbine spinning. In goes Gen 2 for generator assisted start. And 12.5. In goes the fuel. Watching the N1 climb through 39%. Everything's good with the ITT. Fuel flow is good. Everything's looking happy, happy, happy. Prop RPMs are coming up. And there's 50%. Starter cutout. Master caution reset. Let's flip back over to Gen 1. Gen 1's coming on. We pick up the load, split it with Gen 2. Voltage looks good. We can turn Gen 2 off. Gen 1 picks up the whole load, but we do get a master caution. Gen 2 back on. Gen 1 off. We pick up the whole load on Gen 2. Master caution. Gen 2 and Gen 1 are both on avionics, pitot heat, windshield heat, auto feather, auto ignition, bleeds, and blowers are all going on. Both engines are coming down to low idle. And we've got 1 notch of flap set. Good evening, Rooftop Barbecue. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Altimeter settings 3006, sitting on the ground in Akron. We're on our way to St. Louis, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see if we can't get our asses out of here. It should be pretty good. 121.5 is what we put on COM 2. 122.950 is where we are in COM 1. 121,500. Not like any ATC is going to come on, but you never know. I'm doing really good, Mr. Fly Low 87. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Parking brake is off. Let's bring up our ground map so we can see where we are and where we're going to taxi to and what is going to go on. Can't complain, Rooftop Barbecue. That's awesome. We don't like complainers. It's fucking Wednesday night. We're having a few beers. We're doing a flight, and everybody is having a blast. Runway 23 for departure tonight. And we're, lo and behold, right near 23. Go figure. Hey, drone, how's it going? I see you over there. Everything's looking good. Akron ground, good evening, November 30th, Alpha Kilo. We're sitting at the ramp near Echo. We're going to taxi via Echo runway 23 with information Alpha Akron. All right, parking brake is off. Props are all the way forwards. And let's do our before taxi checklist just to make sure we've done everything properly. All right, electrical systems have been checked. Avionics master switches on. Interior master switches are as required. Master panel and cockpit lights are as required. Mic switches are both on normal. That is checked. Cabin lights are as required. Furnishings. The furnishings will turn on. Coffee pot. Cabin signs are on. No smoking and seatbelt sign as standard. EFIS display is initialized and complete. EGPWS tests coming up.
Terrain, don't sink. Too low here. Glide slope. Minimum bank angle. 150, 40, 30, 20, 10. Wind shear, wind shear. Wind shear.
The infamous wind shear call, which we heard like crazy flying into the airport the other day. Overspeed warning has been tested. Environmental systems have been set. Brake de-ice, we'll put that on. She's -5 out here right now, so we need to make sure that's out. Prop sync is coming on. TCAS, oh, good thing. We forgot that. TCAS is on. Emergency frequency is 121.5 is set and extinguished. EGPWS test has been tested. It's in pre-flight. TAWS is enabled and in pre-flight. Flight and engine instruments, let's just double check them. So the flight instruments, we've got a heading of 320 on this side, and it matches on that. We've got blue over brown on both sides. We've got 1240 here. We've got 1240 here and 1240 here. Altimeter 3006, 3006. Engine instruments are all good, 463 on the RPMs. Flaps are set, and the altimeters are set. EFIS altimeter is set, and the flight controls are free and correct. We've done that as well. Brakes, we'll release those, and as we begin to taxi, we will check them. Bryce Allen, how's it going? Thank you very much for your host. Appreciate you doing that. Here we go. Let's move. Brakes are released. And as we move, we do a quick brake check. Brakes work. That's good. Scotty Too Huddy subscribing at Tier 1. That's 16 months in a row for you, buddy. Thank you very much for the subscription as well. Mr. Salmonis at 18 months. 18 months.
Tier 1 sub.
Scotty with the Tier 1 sub and Mr. Salmonis with the 18-month Tier 1 sub. Thanks very much, Mr. Salmonis and Scotty Tahati. Appreciate that. Everybody, don't forget to wish Disavowed Player a very happy birthday at 65 years old. He's almost as old as this airplane. Wait a minute. He's older than this airplane. Go figure. Thank you very much for the follows, guys. We love the follows. The more people that follow, while you're at it, head over to youtube.com/cockpitbuilders and give us a subscribe. Watch out the videos, check them out, and give us thumbs up if you like them. We do move the VODs from Twitch over to YouTube. We will be doing some YouTube content, strictly YouTube content in the future, but right now we just move all the VODs so we don't lose them. But really good to have you guys with us. Thanks very much for joining us. Let's get on our way to St. Louis. Akron traffic, KingAir November 30th, Alpha Kilo runway 23. We line up and wait for departure to the south, Akron. All right, parking brake is off, and let's do our before takeoff checklist. All right, engine's auto ignition is on. Auto feather is on. Engine anti-ice, let's go ahead and put those bad boys on. Landing lights are going on. Strobe lights are also going on. Ice protection, windshield, and pitot heat, that is all on. And the transponder is in mode C. Proper levers are confirmed full forwards. And flap and trim are both set. So that's pretty good. Both engines are going to high idle. You started streaming with no commentary on and with talking via chat, trying something new. Well done, Bryce Allen. That's very, very good. Good for you, my friend. All right, guys, we're sitting on the runway 23 in Akron, Ohio. We're going to head our asses to St. Louis, Missouri. Let's get going. Akron traffic, KingAir November 30 Alpha Kilo, rolling runway 23 for departure to the southwest, Akron. All right, we've got two good engines. Engines are stable. Takeoff power is set. Both engines are green. The governor is taking over. That's looking really good. Speed tape is alive and on both sides. That's checked.
knots.
80 knots, checked. Continue.
V1, rotate. V2.
Positive rate, gears coming up. When you get a chance, drone, you might need to disconnect and reconnect. You're a little choppy. All right, props are coming back and throttle's coming back. 1550 on the props. Flaps are coming up. Akron traffic, KingAir November 30 Alpha Kilo. We're in the turn direct main, Akron. Ooh, there's 250. We don't want to bust that 250 knots. That'll get us in a lot of trouble. All right, landing lights are off. Seatbelt signs can go off. Bleeds and blowers, they're on. Auto feather and auto ignition are going off, and we can continue the climb. Direct main. No, it's just standard. There's nothing on the megas. They're just factory, just right from the factory. All right, we'll get this stable in a climb. Get the airplane trimmed out. Not quite there yet. K the Joker, we're running the GT 2070 Super is what we got going on here. The 2070 Super. I guess it would help. Where are we here? We got it. We got it. Takeoff checklist. We did. Somehow we're a little mixed up here. Oh, watch that turn. Kick a little more rudder in there. Flight level 220 is going to be for us tonight. All right, where's our active takeoff, after takeoff, which is otherwise known as the climb checklist? Bleed air valves are on. That's good. Environmental bleed air as required. That is good. Yaw dampener. That's right. Yaw dampener is coming on. Too many pages on that checklist? Yeah, well, it's because the print is big. I didn't want the print this big, but it made it look all right. All right, props are at 1600. We'll bring those back to 1600. There we go. Props are at 1600. Need a little more trim here. Climb power is set. Windshield anti-ice is on normal. Engine instruments will monitor them. Cabin signs are off. Pressurization is good and checked. Lights are as required, and it looks to me like we got absolutely everything that we need to have. There we go. I think we're back where we need to be now. That was the before taxi. That was the takeoff. Now we're getting the pictures all proper now. And then now we should have our cruise checklist. So we're good for that when we get there. Can I explain what wind shear is? Okay, so there's two different kinds of wind shear that an airplane can do. The new airliners and all the big heavies, they have what's called predictive wind shear, which means the weather radar can see so far ahead and it can anticipate the wind shear. My AGPWS just alerts me to that wind shear is occurring. Basically what happens is it's anticipating when it notices a sudden directional change at a very large velocity that just changes everything. It comes up with the wind shear alert. Basically the idea is to alert the pilot, hey, the fucking shit's gonna go real bad here very, very soon. It really, probably most commonly would only occur when you're in the process of landing, but it could happen anywhere in a flight. But it's one of those things that pilots are always have to be aware of and alert for. So Eric, the Lewis script is what goes into your FSU IPC folder, and the INO folder is what you upload into the Arduino. Just the only thing is that goes in the Arduino is like the file I sent you, the example. That file would go in the Arduino only. K the Joker, sorry I missed your question. Does it keep up pretty good? You've been trying to find a 3070, but you might go for the 2000 series, the 20 series. So put it this way, the 2070 Super, I've got an i7-8700K processor. It's running at 5 gigahertz. We got the 2070 Super, and I got 32 gigs of RAM. I haven't had a problem flying, if that's what you're worried about. I haven't had any problems flying. Yeah, each mega gets a different file, one that's customized for each mega. Absolutely, Eric. Each one is customized based on the number of inputs and the number of outputs that you use. All right, torque can come up here a little bit. We're above 10,000, 250 knots or greater, not a problem. 106 on the torque, 1600 on the props. That's what we're trying to maintain here. Climbing through 13,000. Flight Sim Andy! Everybody, Flight Sim Andy in the house. How's it going, bud? Happy Wednesday hump day to everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Yeah, it's going to take you a bit to understand, Eric, how they work, but they're pretty well commented. That one example that I sent you should be commented pretty well. You should be able to follow it. What's that roundabout? What am I putting on you? Everything's going good for me, Flight Sim Andy. I mean, it's Wednesday. I mean, who really could complain, right? You'll have a good day if you feel like it. All right, roundabout. That works for me. Guys, Casio is next, like the fucking watch. For those of you that are too old or too young to know what a Casio watch is, you guys should all be ashamed of yourselves. Bryce Allen, is your setup done yet? Microsoft Flight Simulator setup. Well, it's never done, Bryce. There's always shit to do. I have to spend some more time working on it. I got a CNC now, so I have a lot of things I want to redo, but I can't seem to find the time to work on them. I'm too busy doing other things. Exactly, K the Joker. The Casio calculator watch. 18,000 guys. We're switching to standard. Standard on both sides. Flight level 220 is where we're going. I actually haven't, Roundabout. I haven't made anything with it. I have got the new bits. I have to level the bed with them. I might do that. See, I used to do the 3D printing shit when I was waiting for other things to complete. Now I think I'm going to have to make some time to do it, but I got to use the new bits and I got to level the bed. And then once I get the bed leveled, then I do have a project that I want to work on. I just haven't drawn it yet. Roundabout, the Casio calculator watch was cool as fuck. For sure it was. No, Eric. None of my Arduinos are doing displays. Fess on the geekforge.com website, he has an example there, I think, of his autopilot panel, and he's doing 7-segment displays on that, so you might want to check that out as well. Zenbender, as a crew chief in the Army, I used a Casio databank watch all the time for the calculator. So I actually had I thought it was a Casio data link watch, and it was really cool. You could put your appointments and all kinds of shit on it, and then it had a little eye on it, and you would hold it up in front of the monitor and it would basically flash barcode and it would download to the watch. I had one of those. It might have been a Timex data link, I think it was called. That was a really cool watch for sure. Yeah, Roundabout, it is. You basically just have to put the bit in and let it cut until your bed's level, I think. That's the best way to do it. 1.0 at a Casio. Akron traffic, KingAir November 30 at Alpha Kilo. Ooh, we're leveling off at 220, and we're switching to 12345 Akron. $123.45. There we go. 220. Really not fussed on how that works. Ailerons seem a little dumb, actually. Don't seem to have as much movement to them as they should. Whoops. LNAV, please. We're going to Goner. Goner, please. Thank you. There's 220. Your side dash camera is out of focus. It's an autofocus camera.
It just finally corrected. It was out of focus for like 5 minutes.
Oh, it's an autofocus camera. I got no control over that.
When you reached up, that's when it reset.
Oh, really? Okay. You were such. I'm not aware of anybody else that joined us, but maybe we're lucky enough and Master Chief might join us.
There's somebody ahead of us about maybe 10 miles.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. I was not aware of anybody else joining us. Wow, $10 from Flight Sim Andy. Thank you very much, Flight Sim Andy. Appreciate the donation. $10. I heard the name, but I didn't know where it was. Streamlabs was a little slow coming on. I don't actually see the failure. Hopefully you guys will see the failure and then we'll know for sure. Roundabout, I think everybody did that. Absolutely spelled things on their calculator. That's awesome. Did I change my headset again? Yes, I did, Scotty. We're wearing the Sennheiser GSP 670, 650, something like that. Tried it. Well, I'm glad you have a failure. As long as you have a failure, that's all that matters to me. Okay, the Joker, you're not supposed to tell me that. I'm not supposed to know that. It's a secret. Some things I get notifications and warning for. Oh, you don't know for sure? That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, I don't know for sure either.
You never fly at night.
Well, see, you can't say never because I do occasionally fly at night. Absolutely, I do.
Only when they beat you up and you have to land 3-4 times to fix everything.
Yeah, just not often. But when I fly at night, that landing light failure would be a real bitch. Oh, crap. Hang on. That's my employee calling me. Sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. Work calls. All right, we're cruising at 220. Torque is a little high on the left engine for some reason, so we'll bring that one back a little bit. The no smoking light failed, K the Joker. That's not good either. You can't have a no smoking light failure. That'd be really bad. All right, let's get 100 and match it up on both sides. The prop RPM is already matched up on both sides. Well, you can't smoke. That's why we vape. We could turn the brake de-ice off now, though it's not really required. Tail rotor gearbox chip light. Well, actually, Zenbender, this aircraft has a chip light in it as well. We have a chip light as well in the KingAir. But it's not for a tail rotor. I know it's here somewhere. Yes, there is one for each side. I've seen them. I just gotta find them. Yeah, it should be. They should be here and here. All right, 82% N1 there, 81.7. Let's see if we can get them balanced out. That looks a little better. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the chip light is actually for the turbine engine itself on these. I don't, because there isn't really a gearbox in here. So what happens is there's no physical connection between the propeller and the turbine. It's actually a centrifugal, some type of a inertia kind of a system. So you can actually, when you're starting the engines on the KingAir, you could hold the propeller, and if you held the propeller, the turbine engine would still spin up. But if you let the propeller go, the inertia would start spinning the prop, and you would obviously get chopped in many pieces. Yeah, there's no physical connection between the engine itself and the prop. None. Zero, zilch, zippo. None. That's what I mean. You could actually hold the prop while you're starting a KingAir 350. You could actually hold it still or leave it tied down and still start the engine and nothing would happen. I mean, you'd get all kinds of warnings because it would detect that the prop isn't spinning and everything, but in theory, you could hold the prop and the engine would still start. No, Flight Sim Andy, I don't know if I would ever want to test that either. Like I said, there's probably a bunch of bells and whistles would come up because the prop RPMs wouldn't be coming up. There'd be all kinds of faults and all kinds of other shit. I'm not sure what it's called, Fest. There is actually a name for it. I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Guys, we're cruising at pretty good speed, 327 knots. You're looking it up? Awesome. Thanks, man. 327 knots over the ground, 254 knots indicated. Torque is good. We're still in the green, and prop RPM is around 1600. It's a free turbine turbo shaft. Zenbender, we would lock the rotors on the Blackhawks at time and start the engine for ground tests. So I'm sure Zenbender, it's the same technology on that as would be at this. It isn't free turbine turbo shaft is a form of turbo shaft or turboprop gas turbine engine where the power is extracted from the exhaust stream of a gas turbine. Independent turbine downstream of the gas turbine is not connected to the gas turbine. The exhaust air flow is what spins the turbine that is connected to the shaft, hence the term free. This is opposed to the power being extracted from the power spool via a gearbox. The advantage of the free turbine is that the two turbines can operate at different speeds, and those speeds can vary relative to each other. This is particularly advantageous for varying loads, such as in turboprop engines, which is the reason why the prop governor can actually affect the free turbine rather than fucking with the engine itself. SWX rolls. It is a real airplane, yes, but it is flying a flight simulator. Thanks for the follow, XBBX and SWX rolls. Appreciate the follows, guys. Yeah, exactly. Zenbender, you'd fuck things up if you really tried to push it over. Like, if you accelerated the edge, you probably could start it. If you didn't go over a certain percentage of N1, right? Oh, thanks, SWX rolls. Here's a picture of what it looks like from the outside. It is incredible, man. She's a Beechcraft Model 99 that was retired and converted into a KingAir 350i, and she is incredible. Very incredible, to be exact. Holy crap, how? Smoke and mirrors, man. It's all smoke and mirrors. Sim Caesar in the house. Sorry. His Royal Highness, Sim Caesar, Twitch partner, ruler of the land, has just entered the building. Everybody give a big warm round of applause for Mr. Sim Caesar. How's it going, Sim Caesar? Hail to Sim Caesar, the all-knowing man. Let's see your nuts, guys. If you've got Caesar's nuts, let's see them in the chat. Let's see Caesar's nuts. Drone's got Caesar's nuts. Roundabout has Caesar's nuts. Who else? Oh, sorry, Caesar. Fuck. I knew there was something after it, but I couldn't think of it. Guys, let's see your nuts. Let's see Caesar's nuts. I want to see everybody that's got Caesar's nuts. Put them in the chat. Yeah, D's nuts, Zenbender. Exactly. His Royal Highness, Sim Caesar, Twitch partner, rule the world. I knew I forgot at Cockpit Builders, a biggest fan. SWX rolls, no problem. We stream 3 days a week and we're always flying the KingAir. That's what we're doing. Guys, we're coming up at 2.7 from Goner. Actually, the CDU just decided we're turning now. So let's go direct to Victor Hotel Papa. And by the looks of things, according to things, we've got, what, 57 minutes to the destination? Oh, Eric FX, you've got Caesar's nuts. How's it going, Sim Caesar? Good to see you, buddy. I haven't been in your stream in a while. Sorry. Now that you've become Twitch partner, you don't breathe the same air as I breathe. I can't associate with you anymore because I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I applied for Twitch partner and they told me to go fuck myself. I give up my partnership then? Oh, Caesar, you're too kind, man. I'm just fucking with you, dude. That's awesome. I'm sorry I haven't been around, but clearly no need. I feel like though that you're like in a different league now. You're like important now, dude. You're important. No, I know, Zenbender. I'm just fucking with everybody. Totally understand that. Everybody actually gets denied for sure the first time, 100%. There, it's gone, Sim Caesar. Fuck, dude, I love you, man. Guys, for those of you that are not familiar with Sim Caesar's stream, he is an incredible individual. He's a ball of laughs. Although he definitely does the, I don't know what annual air races he's up to now, but probably something like the 500th annual air races. But anyways, you definitely can go and join his air races and join in and fly with at Sim Caesar. He's an incredible individual, that guy right there. Thanks very much for the follow, Flying Architect. Yeah, really good, guys. Sim Caesar's a pretty damn cool dude. Another streamer you should check out is Mr. Dane Flats. Mr. Dane Flats is also really good. He happens to be Sim Caesar's best friend, actually. You love the races? Everybody loves the races. Otter Rambo, thank you very much for the follow, guys. Guys, while you're following, take 2 seconds out of your day, please. Head over to youtube.com/cockpitbuilders. Give us a subscribe button, hit that little bell. You'll get notified when we send the VODs. VODs get uploaded. The best thing is you can watch the VODs on YouTube and there's less commercials. If you're watching the VODs on Twitch, you get a shit ton more commercials than you do if you watch them on YouTube. Just saying. Everybody loves the air races, Flying Architect. They are fucking awesome. I especially like it when Caesar piles his airplane into the ground. Although I've never personally seen that happen, it would be fucking hilarious to watch it. It really, really would be. Again, guys, sorry that we didn't stream on Saturday or Sunday. It was my wife's birthday. We're back in the routine now. Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday we'll be streaming. Good to see us. Thanks for hanging out with us. Out of Akron, we're on our way to St. Louis, Missouri. For some reason, there's no cloudage. I don't know, up here, we got lots of clouds. It's damn cold. Do a flip. Well, maybe we'll do a flip when we land. Something tells me that this thing, the ailerons aren't going to work too well for me. I made a modification before I flew it, and I never tested it. So chances are I might have screwed myself. Well, see, that's it, Scotty. I definitely like when I see other people.
Pilot, are you anyway?
Not a very good one, Drone. Not a very good one. I definitely... Scotty, I definitely get satisfaction when I watch other people pile their airplane into the ground, because then I feel like I'm not the only loser. That's awesome, Fess. I bet you Caesar does have a top hat and a monocle. Guaranteed he does. Actually, we saw, with the most we ever saw of Sim Caesar was his hands. I think we keep bitching about Dane and getting a subscribe button. I think we should all push Caesar, now that he's a Twitch partner, to get a face cam. I think Caesar needs a face cam now. What do you guys think? We should push Sim Caesar to get a face cam. That's what we should do. The Monopoly Man, Scotty, that's fucking hilarious. I don't know. Sim Caesar, to me, I picture Preston Manning. If you don't know who that is, he's a Canadian political figure. Google him. Sim Caesar reminds me of Preston. Yeah, the peanut guy. Yes, exactly. He's like Oz. Oh, hang on, Zen. 1 second. Let me give you a permit. Oh my God, I just said that like American. There, try it now, Zen Bender. It's actually called a permit, but everybody I meet from America calls it a permit. I'll get you a permit.
There was no link in there.
Oh, there wasn't a link? Well,
Sim Caesar is the Mr. Peanut guy. That's all it said.
Then why did the message get deleted and it said you need VIP or subscriber status to post a link?
It's a good question.
Oh. Oh, Mr. Dot Peanut guy. There wasn't a space in there. That's why. Eric, it's a permit. I go to the car and the cop asks me for my permit, not a permit. There's a difference there, by the way. SWX rolls, I'm in Canada. I'm in Ontario. Oh, really, Roundabout? I didn't know that. So the bot is stupid. Is that what you're telling us? The bot is stupid?
Yeah, on his original one, he did the dot and the P right next to each other.
I hate it when you got a dot next to your P, don't you, Disavow? You'll know more about that now in your age, right?
Oh, Fess can tell us more about that.
Why? You're a lot older than Fess. Oh, yeah, well, Fess has other issues there for sure. Scotty, I'm not in the tundra. There are parts of Maine that are further north than I am. Fargo, North Dakota is further north than I am, dude. Actually, Fess, I'll give you $50 if you eat one. And like, I mean, eat it. Chew it. Oh, really? So permit is a verb, Master Chief, and permit is a noun. Really? I didn't realize this. Oh, you're from the UK. You want to go to Canada? Canada is a beautiful place. Just don't fucking come in the winter.
It's a piece of paper, and then the other one is I permit you to do something.
It's still no, because, you know, if somebody needs a permit in Twitch to post a link, I give them a permit. There is no permit. That would be permission. I'm sorry. Scotty is irritating me. Hang on, I need to deal with something. Scotty, what do you mean you trust Zodiac's opinion more than my opinion? And he's an American now. You trust the Americanized Canadian over me? Wow, that hurts, man. You, Drone, and I were Canadians. We're supposed to stick together, not listen to the Americanized Canadian. You're gonna sell them on eBay as healing crystals? Oh, fuck, dude. You could get a shit ton of money for them. Just put a little sign that says FDA approved. Put a little sign on your ad that says FDA approved healing crystals. Absolutely 100%. You'll totally sell them if you say that. I will permit you for sure, Fast. You can be permitted all you want. Actually, SWX rolls, it's not that cold. Today was cold, yes, 100%. Today was fucking cold. But up until last week, we were sitting in the -2 range where I live, which is like nothing. Oh, Scotty, listen to the guy talk. There's no way he's Canadian. Actually, if he came back to Canada to live, people would say, oh, you're from America, aren't you? Because he's got the American accent now. He's like American accent, the American patience. He's totally Americanized Canadian is what he is. Okay, Mr. Salmonus, you're right. It's not very urban, but I didn't say I lived in an urban center. I just said it's not tundra. I could show pictures where the Russian submarines plummeled through the ice. That's tundra. Oh, roundabout. Really? It's because his time in the U.S. has made him superior. Yeah. I can tell you Americans are totally superior. You can't even fit through a door unless you turn sideways because your head's too big. Scotty, it was t-shirt weather there today. Yeah, Mike was telling me the same thing. The other day, I think he said it was fucking 80 degrees there, which for us Canadians is like 30. I would only wish we could get temperatures like that this time of year. SWX rolls -1 was the coldest you had? Yeah, today, actually last night and when I got up this morning would have been our coldest day this winter, and it was -24 when I got up this morning, which for those of you in Fahrenheit, that would be like -3 or -4 Fahrenheit. Yeah, but roundabout, I could see. So clearly your last president is better than all the rest of us. 100%. You're 100% right, buddy. 100%. Don't be jolly. I'm fair. Oh, don't be jelly. I'm not jelly, roundabout. Trust me, I'm not jelly. Well, look, it looks quite deserted around back. Yeah, it might be. That's farmland, Salmonus. Farmland. Yeah, because in England and in Europe, all the houses are so jammed close together. You guys are crazy for that. I was 90 Fahrenheit in LA a couple of days. Wow, that would be really, really nice. Oh, but he's American roundabout. All Americans are superior. Remember, that was your words, not mine. 1,500 a piece. Wear them around your neck and they will take away your psychic pain. In my forging process, these stones caused me great pain. The pain and suffering was drained from the stones, and they are now left void and will sink away your psychic again, or your psychic pain. That is sweet, dude. You market that shit, dude. Market it. That is awesome. Yeah, exactly, Scotty. You're 100% right. all the best ass hats come from America. We're number one at everything. Oh, I see. You guys are number one at being ass hats. Okay, well, that I would agree with. Actually, well, you know what? The best thing that I would say about my friends, and guys, I'm fucking around because I love my American friends. The best thing that I would say that an American can do better than a Canadian is wear a cowboy hat. Those boys down in Texas 100% can wear their cowboy hat, belt buckle that's this fucking big, and cowboy boots better than anybody in Alberta could. 100%. Roundabout. That's a little late for that, dude. Everybody knows the Canadians are the friendliest fucking people you ever met. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't take offense to that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I offended you, Roundabout. I'm sorry. Whereabouts are we traveling to? SWX rolls. We're on our way to St. Louis, Missouri right now. That's a Texas size 10-4. Thanks, Jonesy. You didn't. I don't say sorry, Scotty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you don't say sorry. I'll say sorry for you, Scotty. I'm sorry, Scotty. I'm sorry if I offended you, Scotty, because I said Canadians say sorry. Sorry, man. Flight Sim Andy never say sorry for being right. Why would anybody say sorry for being right? Canadians apologize too goddamn much? No, Canadians are just polite. 5-4 Delta Charlie, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
Yeah, go ahead, 8 Alpha Kilo.
Yeah, you said something, I just didn't catch it.
I said sorry.
I'm sorry too, man. Never say sorry for being right. I would agree with that, except for when I say, I fucking told you not to do that. I fucking told you what was going to happen if you did that. I'm sorry that you have to be fired now. That would be a normal conversation. 100% Roundabout. And all the jokes aside, most Canadians are concerned for others' feelings. In America, I think you guys just don't give a fuck about anybody but yourselves. But us Canadians, and there are some exceptions to this rule, like, you know, the drug dealers and the murderers and those people, I'm sure they don't say sorry. But when you walk into a tourist area in Canada where you know the Americans are coming in, you can tell an American from across the room because they just think the sun shines out of their ass. But in Canada, there are some people that genuinely are concerned with what they say. Per capita, just like I'm sure in the US there's some people that actually have a fucking heart. When Zenbender, when you hear a Canadian say sorry, I hear fuck you. See, that's interesting that you say that, because if you rate if the Europeans, who would they rather have come visit them, Americans or Canadians? You know what? You could actually wear a Canadian pin when you travel, and I guarantee you'll get treated better than if you wear an American flag on your chest. Thanks for the follow, Das Middle. Appreciate it. Welcome to it. Vagif. Good to see you, man. Hi, how are you? That's a weakness? You know what? Some people look at it as weakness. Other people look at it as fucking conscience, caring, loving people. Yeah, it's fine. I don't give a flying fuck if an American snickers at me. I just consider the source. Pizza Pie Polly. Not every American, but I do get it as an American, lots of these type of people. Yes. I know as a Canadian, I'm not allowed to say you people anymore. Like I said, my best friends are American, but I will tell you right now that if my best friends were those type of people, I wouldn't fucking hang out with them. If my friends actually held it against me that I said sorry because I fucked up, then they can go fuck themselves. And I mean that legitimately, 100%. If one of my friends is going to get mad at me because I apologize because I know I'm wrong or I did something wrong, I don't need those friends. Simple as that. So I guess really I do take that a little bit personally, because if somebody is wrong and they fucking yell at me and then they find out they're wrong, if they don't tell me they're sorry, then they can go fuck themselves. It'd be the last thing I ever say to them. But you Americans would also hang up on people on the phone too, right? I would never do that. Anybody hangs up on me, they get one chance, and that's it for me. Fridge, thank you very much for the follow, sir. You're Alzerbanji. Well, I'm sorry, I probably didn't say that right. Well, welcome to the stream. You're British, almost 50, and have gone past working. Who I upset. Really? Seriously? Boarding Lounge rating with 10 viewers. Everybody please welcome, here he comes, Mr. Boarding Lounge. Thank you very, very much for that. Appreciate that and welcome. We're just getting caught up on the stream now. We're running late here because we've got only a little while to go before we need to be on the ground. Why was your POSCON application not accepted? Because they haven't opened up beta testing yet, Vagif. They haven't let in the next group. So be patient. It will happen. Are you Canadian? POSCON denies their applications automatically. Yeah, they all get denied roundabout because they haven't left anything more in there. So just be patient. It's because they're still in beta and it's invite only beta, but they're going to open it up again very soon. Actually, I would suggest that very soon is probably a good analogy. So stay tuned and wait and see what happens. SWX, no, I'd started my pilot's license. Flight school took my money, went bankrupt, yada, yada, yada. So I just built simulators for fun now. Fridge, we said thank you very much for the follow. Canadians all day. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Fess has a heart because he's worried. He's offended me a couple of times, even though he didn't. Well, actually, Fess, believe it or not, Scotty is one of those big-hearted people that I mention as one of my friends. And you can actually tell that he cares. There are a lot of people that you meet that have a very tough exterior that just don't give a fuck. But there are some that you can tell by the way they treat you that really they do care, even though they may not say it. Roundabout, I'm not upset at all, but there's a reason why I choose who I associate with and who I don't, right, my friend? There are some people out there that you just can't stand to be around, and arrogance is one of those features that people have that I just don't have time for. You know what? You shit, eat, sleep, and fucking eat. I shit, eat, sleep, and eat. And as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing different between us, man. You're no better than I am. You know what I mean? I'm no better than you are. That's the way I like it to be. Everybody's fucking equal. That's my favorite way. So skeeters fly, yes, but that you can't paint them all with the same brush. I've met some really awesome people from Montreal, but I've also met some real arrogant people from Montreal. Exactly, Drone. You're 100% right. You'll get over it. Putin, end of discussion, not JK. Yeah, isn't that the truth, dude? Let's go back to flying. We're in that. Only hang up on telephone sales, guys. Yeah, you and me both. Vega, thank you very much for the follow. Boarding Lounge, we thank you again for the 10 viewers. Welcome to your viewers, and thank you very much for the follow. It is a real airplane. It's been converted for the KingAir 350i. Ricky Keller, thank you very much for the follow, and CMOG, thank you for the follow. Boarding Lounge says my pleasure. And it looks so real because it is. Oh, got my invite the other day from POSCON. Awesome flight, Samandy. Glad to hear it. Welcome to it. Fest says, fuck both you guys. I'm sure he's saying that with some love in there. Scotty, Fest is a safety or I'm a safety? I'm totally a safety. And all born, all shit, and die, we're all the same. Exactly, Flight Sim Andy. Super soft, I'm very soft. I am soft. I'm soft, but actually, guys, for those of you that have known me for many years, I wear my heart on my sleeve. There's no fucking mixing words. If I'm mad or upset, I go real fucking quiet. Watch. Either that or I get really irate in the stream. I'm sure there's been some really fun times you guys have watched that shit happen. Go ahead. Thank you very much for the follow. Fuck you, Scotty. Good evening, RJP. How's it going? All right, guys, let's start looking at this wonderful approach. I need to figure some shit out here because I think we're getting close. 14 minutes on the ETA. Progress page shows St. Louis 207 miles. That ETA will probably fix itself. 206 miles now. Top of descent 138 miles. What do you mean, Eric? What happened to AJ? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Nice weather.
$190 gusting to 18. Overcast at 7,000. 10 miles visibility. Temperature 9. Dew point -4. 29er. Yeah, Vega, if I can stall this thing without any issues. Alright, let's look at this approach, see if we can't get this shit set up. We said the winds were 190. My plan was runway 12 right. Not popcorn butterfest. It's this one is something that's like a cross between a menthol and something else. It's actually not bad, but the nicotine strength is just too strong. It makes me cough. So my other one should be in tomorrow, my other juice. It's a non-flavored vape, and it's a little weaker, and I can use it to dilute. So it'll help things out probably a lot better. So, Fridge, I've had this plane shell for 10 years. Master Chief Pilot subscribing at Tier 1. That's 17 months for you, sir, and a 4-month streak. Thanks, Master Chief. Appreciate it. So, I've had the plane for 10 years. My mic doesn't seem to be functioning. Master Chief, you might want to look at that because I had a voice server error when I first connected, so I'm not sure why that would be. That's bizarre. Fridge, so I had the shell for 10 years, and it took me probably 3 years by the time I gutted it, stripped it, and all that. But in honesty, we did it live on stream last December, or the December before last. In 3 weeks, we tore it down to the bare metal, ran 9,000 feet of single-strand copper wire, and had everything back flyable again within 3 weeks. It was really, really awesome. Roundabout coming in with the tier 1. That's 13 months for you, Roundabout. Thanks very much. Eric, do you ever get tired of flying the same plane? Never. I fucking love this plane, and I'm always tweaking it, and I'm always working on it to make it more real. So, no, I never get tired. Scotty, no, I haven't cut the cigarettes out completely, but I've cut them down by a third, like 2/3. So I only smoke a third of the cigarettes that I used to smoke. So I'll do this for a couple of weeks, and then I'll reduce it a little further, and then I'll do it for a couple of weeks, and then I'll reduce it further. And yeah, eventually I will completely cut out the smoke, but it is way better. I feel healthier too, believe it or not. Like, I was waking up in the middle of the night hacking up a lung. I don't do that no more. I was waking up in the mornings. The first thing I was doing was hacking up a lung. I don't do that anymore. So already my body is noticing it. Is it perfect? Fuck no. It's not perfect. But is it better than it was? Yeah, so far it is. So I'm going with it. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it'll either work or it won't. But either way, I'm not going back to smoking a pack and a half a day. Can guarantee you that. You modded this to a KingAir. Yes, Roundabout. It was a Beechcraft Model 99. It's now a 350i with the Blackhawk upgrade, which I haven't been able to tweak yet because I, for some reason, can't get past that 260-knot brick wall for some reason. That's a pretty quick turnaround from something being non-functional to full operation sim. Exactly, Fridge. That's exactly what it was. It was pretty quick. Complete Freedom. Hello, Cockpit Builders in chat. Hello, Complete Freedom. How are you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate your support for the channel and checking us out. Mr. Bush Axer. What's going on, buddy? Were you lurking? You were lurking. Bush Axer, lurking. Oh, yeah. There was a few issues Roundabout. Some I'm not 100% sorted out on, but for the most part, it's good. I do have some elevator issues that I need to deal with. For now, I'm just going to have to keep the speed up a little bit when we land, just to make sure I don't have those issues, but we're working on it. Guys, we're just coming up on 160 miles from the airport. Top of descent 106. What do you mean you're holding your tongue? Why would you hold your tongue? Because you hate the fucking Flight Sim 2020? Is that why? It's okay, I hear it every fucking day. Drone, I don't like 2020. It's not a sim, it's a game. Fester Geek, yeah, fuck, why would you ever give up P3D? It's just a piece of game. It's the way it goes. I know you do. But Fess, in all honesty, I think there was a comment made on Saturday that said, why can't there be a simulator that doesn't fucking crash? I think is what you said on Saturday. You use P3D because it ain't broke, so not trying to fix it? Exactly. They all suck now, Fess. Yeah, I bet they do. Bush, I like it, but I don't like the flight dynamics because I don't believe it flies like a real airplane. That needs to be fixed. I don't believe it flies like a real airplane because I've flown a real airplane, does not fly like 2020. It's like phony service. I think you meant to put a Y on the end of that, Fess. Oh yeah, Scotty was totally being sarcastic. Glide path! Hello. How are you? It's Tommy! Thank you very much for the follow. Good to see you. Yeah, Storkman, Scotty just likes to fucking troll me. That's the way all my mods troll me, actually. Every single one of them. Even the old guy in the corner, who, by the way, it's his birthday today, and he turned 65. The old guy in the corner is 65, for those of you that didn't hear me. Everybody, put your hands together and congratulate the old guy in the corner for being 65 today.
And on another note, been sober for 3 days.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It may fail tonight, though.
Exactly, Glide Path. Thank you. At least you acknowledged that I'm actually talking. Everybody knows that I appreciate all my mods, but when one of them turns 65 and is old as fuck, we totally gotta let everybody know. We love you, Disavowed. Totally.
I was around before Apple computers were even an idea.
Yeah. Well, you went to school with Jobs, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Like I said, I was around before he even thought about it.
That's okay. You remember the Apple IIc? I remember the Apple II Plus. I think it was called the Apple II Plus. I think was the furthest back Macintosh I remember. And then when Apple really started was the iMac. I think the iMac gained a lot of traction before the iPhone, if I'm not mistaken, or was that after the iPhone? Apple IIc, actually, now that I think about that, the Apple IIc I do remember. So it's Tommy. This is the 4th simulator I've built. I've been building simulators for over 20 years. So I did 3 others. This is the 4th, and usually a couple teardown and rebuilds of each one. I'm pretty happy with this one for now, other than installing some really good vibrating motors on the sides to emulate the vibrations that we get from the engines or from the ground shit. I think I might get a couple of butt kickers. That'll probably be our next donation goal, is a butt kicker for sure, maybe 2. And we'll mount them underneath the seats. I think we're going to go with that route next. It's either that or a new chair for the back. I've been looking at the Noble chairs. They're pretty nice. Trying to figure that out, because that chair at the back is about ready to fall apart, and I'm going to end up on my ass one of these days. Yeah, Bush Axer, I've used many a rotary phone. I've even used those old phones that you lift the handle and you ring the bell and you talk into the mouthpiece. I've even used one of those. Yeah, that's exactly roundabout. They did become very popular then. Oh, that's funny, Flight Sim Andy. Yeah, my wife only kicks my ass when I do stupid shit. What do you do? Just light aircraft or some commercial planes? So it's Tommy. My first one was an A320, A330. My second one was a Dassault Falcon 900EX, which is a corporate jet. And then my next one after that was a Boeing 737, and now I've got this. I had a party line at my cottage when I was growing up, actually. Scotty, let's not talk about that. But yeah, it does have a little issue with it. It's really awesome. Thanks very much for being here, guys. November 38 Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. Good to see us. If you're not following us at YouTube, Cockpitbuilders.com. At YouTube, you go to youtube.com/cockpitbuilders. You can join us on Instagram, CB_cockpitbuilders. You can join us on Twitter at Cockpitbuilders. You can join us at www.cockpitbuilders.com. You can get us at discord.io/cockpitbuilders. And if that's not fucking good enough, you can find us right here at Twitch, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Basically, if you want to get a hold of us, fuck yeah, you can. Just about any way you like it. Fridge, no, I sold the 737 to a flight school in Stockholm, Sweden. 67 miles to top of descent, guys. We'll have to start planning this approach very, very soon. All right. Vandalia approach. We need to cross runway 12 is what I'm expecting. 15,000 at Lariat. That's going to change shit up.
In 50 miles.
Top of descent, 50 miles. And when I look at the approaches, there was another chair I found the other day, not as fancy as the one I sent you the link for a few weeks ago, but it still looks good. Has heat and massage still. See, I like that chair you sent me, Scotty, but the problem is plugging it in and having it plugged in all the time. I'm not sure if that would be good. It would be awesome for my back, though, because I have serious back issues, but it would be very fucking comfortable for my back. I considered it. I just don't know what to do. I really don't. I'd like to see some reviews on some of those. Holy fuck! Everybody put your hands together, Mr. C3 Arrow in the house. Can I request a smoke sesh with my resub? We can go back there, but I won't be smoking because I'm doing the vaping thing, C3 Arrow. But the other side, dude, the other side is that we're only like 40 miles from top of descent. Exactly, Scotty. This one's a little better for my health, C3 area. You'll allow the vape? Awesome, dude. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yep, I haven't completely given up cigarettes yet, but they're definitely on their way. It's me, Brad. Thank you very much for the follow. Roundabout. Oh, really? Why don't we start it now? It's me, Brad. Thank you very much for being here. Hello to you, and how are you tonight? That's a shame. Just seen the videos of the Boeing 737 on your YouTube. It looked like a great sim. Okay, so that was actually my friend's. That's my friend's simulator down in Sarasota, Florida. It's on a full motion platform. We actually do that every year for World Flight. This is the first year we weren't able to take part in World Flight because of COVID. But that, my buddy still has that, and we still get to fly that, and it is a blast. Every year, raising money for charity, that's what we do. So, Fridge, you will see us flying that again. Do I miss flying jets? Sometimes. I've definitely thought what's really nice about this cockpit, the dimensions and everything of it, if I make this flight yoke, or the throttle quadrant modular, I could bring in a Premier throttle quadrant and be flying the Beach Premier, which is the Premier jet. I could fly that with the same avionics and basically everything that I have. So I have thought so that if I want to fly jets, I could just grab the throttle quadrant, pull it out, put in a new throttle quadrant, and turn it into a Premier jet. I've thought about that for sure. I'm doing well. It's me, Brad. Thanks, man. Ghoul in the house after lurking. Good to see you, my friend. Guys, we're only, how far now? 30 miles from top of descent. and 113 miles from St. Louis, Missouri. The weather's going to turn for a shit. We got to make sure we get everything in here, and I got to start programming this approach. I thought I noticed the cockpit and you from a Funny Moments montage on YouTube or something a couple of months ago. It's entirely possible, Fridge. We do all kinds of things. Is my throttle an HID? So, Eric, my throttle is the real throttle out of the real airplane. And I've added potentiometers to it and turned it into an HID device. That is the only USB that's actually in the airplane, is the actual USB joystick card is in the throttle quadrant, so I could totally make it modular. I did that for a reason, 100%. So you could just unplug that, pull this out, bring the new one in, plug it in, and good to go. It's doable. Yeah, everything goes through FSU IPC, 100%. I have nothing that goes direct into the sim. Everything is through FSU IPC, 100%. All right, guys, I'm gonna take 2 seconds and just double check some of this shit, because we need to make sure that we're ready to go here. We need to be ready to go when this thing's ready to go. Looks like we'll do $15,000 there. ILS 12 right, I'm still gonna do. That's all in there. Localizer frequency is going to be 109.7. The approach course is going to be 123. And I just want to make sure. Runway 12 right. No, I actually want to. Yeah, we'll still take 12 right. And then we're going to cross. We'll probably get off somewhere around November or Juliet. And then we're going to taxi up to the GA. Probably would have been better off if we took 2-4. What did the winds say they were out of? The winds were out. Oh shit, 210 at 6 knots. Let's change that up. That's gonna change things. There we go. So we're taking runway 24 actually, folks. Runway 24. We'll change that up because the winds are. Oh shit! I'm looking at the wrong METAR. That's my problem. Yeah, 190. I'm still good with that though. So we've got winds at a 190. I'm still gonna take 24 because where the GA. Oh, sorry, you're. Sorry, yeah, the winds, I'm still going to take 24 for 190 because the GA section's to the north of side of 24. So I'll just get off and figure that out. Daniel, thank you very much for the follow. The subscribe from C3 Arrow again, in case I didn't mention it, but I'm pretty sure I did. Winds are 190 at 10, gusting to 18 knots. We're still going to do 2-4, just for shits and giggles. That'll give us a crosswind, about 40 degrees, 50 degrees, something like that. 60 degrees, actually. All right, where did I say the altimeter setting was? St. Louis, 29er. And that looks pretty good to me. Let's do our descent checklist. Cabin pressurization has been set. Cabin altitude is set. Rate control is set. And as desired, altimeters have been set. And not that it really matters, but the pressurization controller setting at 29er, which is basically 300. Our elevation, airport elevation, our density altitude is approximately, sorry, we're setting the ground altitude on the pressurization up 400 feet from airport elevation. Airport elevation is 500 feet, so we're putting our landing elevation into the pressurization controller at around 900 feet. That's the plan. That is the plan, folks. That's the plan. Fuck, we're only 40 miles away through 17,000. We're gonna bring that speed right back. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. November 30th, Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. Live on Twitch. Good to see us. We'll see you again on Saturday when we stream. Saturday will be another stream on Saturday. Loving it. All right. And cabin signs. They're going on. Windshield anti-ice is already on. Brake de-ice. We're going to put that bad boy on. Window defog is as required. Fuel balance. They are balanced and checked. Cabin equipment is positioned. All seats are in their upright and forward positions. We have no lateral tracking seats. We're good. Tablets are stowed. High definition monitors are stowed. And the ottomans are stowed. So, descent checklist is complete. We're going to have, I think, 7,500, something like that. And the approach fix. Let's figure out what we're doing there for close. Ooh, St. Louis, open charts, approach, runway 24 ILS or localizer. We're going to make sure we get that in properly. Tuba flight. Fuck, how's it going? Good to see you. ILS is 110.3. That's changed. 110.3. And we had an approach course of 244. And this will be 244 over here. And 110.3 is in there. And we'll watch for that localizer to come alive. And the approach fix, 5,000 at Zutco. I don't know why that's not in there. Shape balls. ZUCKO. That's better. And Zutco is going to be at 5,000. All is well there, Tuba. So serious question. It's getting into longer and longer flights in 2020. You're getting into the good for you. Does FS 2020 automatically set up the frequencies for RNAV? And if not, where do you guys get those frequencies, in game or outside? I get the frequencies from outside sources. I would not rely on any of the in-game resources, not at all. But what I am telling you is because all my nav data is completely separate and outside, but I'm using real world Navigraph charts, and that's where I get my frequencies from. So I've never had a problem with it working. Let's just put it that way. After Zucco, we go MENNA, Mike Echo November November Alpha, and after that we go Velvet. Oh, never mind. It's good. Velvet is at 2100, and we set this for this, and we should be all set up. What app is that? Roundabout. It's Navigraph Charts. It's the Navigraph app. All right, passing through 200. Landing lights would go on. Oh, those little birdie tell me they might not work. Auto feather and auto ignition are going on. Guys, get your predictions in if you haven't made them. Now is the time. Let's get those predictions in. Let's see what happens. Scotty, if you're there, I don't know if you are, and disavowed for the after stream events there tonight. Let's find one of our favorite GTA folks for tonight, please.
It's pretty thin right now.
Nah, GTA. One of my favorite GTA streamers.
I won't know what to do with that.
Scotty will, Zodius, Scotty will, Zodius will, Fess will, any of them will. That's why I asked both of them, just so you know. Oh, look at these guesses coming in. Look at these guesses coming in. And disavowed, it's your birthday. You shouldn't have to work very hard tonight.
I put a minus 65 in it, so it's a lucky number.
Oh my goodness, you actually think I'm going to do that well tonight? You did hear me earlier say I'm having some aileron issue or elevator issues, right?
I don't care, you make it minus 65 or else.
Oh, okay, is that the way that works? Okay, so because it's your birthday, we got to make you win, is that what we're saying? Send it, Fritz says.
Or I resign.
That's awesome. All right, guys, the autopilot's going off, and I want this off, and therefore I want the yaw damper off. We'll see how this all works. It's either going to work or it's not. Whoops. Keep an eye on what's going on there. Whew. The wind's definitely gyrating. Disavowed, if I don't know if Scotty heard, so you could actually message one of those boys or jump into the other chat and ask them.
I'll jump in the other channel. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, just go ask them and they'll give you somebody. Thanks for the follow, Hill. Appreciate it. Guys, we're going into St. Louis, Missouri. It's going to be beautiful. Can't wait to show you guys this. Ooh, we got to get this trim fixed. Come on, trim. Damn it. Come on, trim. There we go. Speed's got to come back. Speed's got to come back. All right, props are good. I knew that they did, absolutely, but I still don't need it though, roundabout, because all my nav data is completely outside of the sim. But yes, I know they have a beta. All right, 122 over to 122.950 for me, drone.
Roger, what?
All right, there's 122.950. St. Louis traffic, KingAir November 38 Alpha Kilo. We're 20 miles to the east, inbound to land, runway 24, full stop, St. Louis. All right, 1 notch flap going out.
I got one.
You got one? Sweet.
Yep.
All right. So, guys, you got your predictions in? Perfect. Tiberium, how's it going? Yep, we're just coming into land in St. Louis right now. All right, guys, let's go through that before landing in my head checklist. Auto feather, auto ignition is on both sides. Brake de-ice is on. Landing lights are on. Seatbelt signs are on. Coffee pot is still on. We could actually probably turn that shit off. And we have the ILS frequency programmed, and everything else looks pretty good. St. Louis traffic, KingAir November 38 Alpha Kilo. We're approximately 17 miles to the east, inbound to land, runway 24, full stop, St. Louis. Oh, that's funny, Scotty. That's okay. I figured you were in the other channel, though. You could have asked. The other boys know. There's the middle marker already. Yeesh. That's a middle marker of another airport, by the way. Just make that clear, because we're still a little ways away. You know what I mean? I don't know what's up with the wind, though. It's all over the joint right now. All right, so we're supposed to be 2100 at Velvet. Let's start down some more. I really don't know why that wind is bouncing around like that. That's the wind gusts that you guys were reporting on the meter. Hello to the person that just asked me hello in chat. I'm sorry I cannot read your name right now because I'm flying by hand, but hello. You've flown into St. Louis many times, Auspicious? Really? All right, wow, that wind has got to settle down there a little bit. By watching the bottom cam, I thought you was in flight. I am in flight. I'm just coming into land. Oh, you grew up 3 hours from St. Louis, Auspicious? Wow. That's awesome. And 54 Delta Charlie, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I've got you on TCAS 5 miles, so if you want to go in, you go right ahead. 5 miles is lots of room.
Yeah, that's not me. That's that other guy.
Oh, that might be Master Chief. Perfect. Okay, thank you. Oh, speed, 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 speed. We got the runway in sight now. That's good. Localizer's active. We're a little low on the glide slope. Pull that back. Gears coming down, folks. Still working, Mike. I'm circling runways, all yours. Okay, thanks, Master Chief. St. Louis traffic, KingAir November 30 Alpha Kilo, 10 mile final, runway 24, full stop, St. Louis. I suppose you guys probably want this view. We'll give you this view. fuck, my beer's almost empty. I know, C3 Arrow. Isn't that exactly the way it goes? I got another one sitting next to me, but I mean, really? I mean, we shouldn't really have any loose soldiers here, right? Hang on a minute, Captain. Let me open another beer. Red line. Watch that red line. We're a little high here. Gotta catch the glide slope.
Sink rate.
Wow, that gust, the wind gust, you guys can see it on the top left corner of the ND. See the gusts? The winds are blowing around all over the place. That's a pain in the ass.
Maybe I better make it 165.
St. Louis traffic, KingAir November 30 Alpha Kilo 2.5 mile final runway 24, full stop, St. Louis. All right, final landing checklist. Gear down, 3 green, flaps down, landing checklist is complete. Ooh, that trim isn't right. Come on, damn it. That wind gusting is a little jittery. That's okay. 2 white, 2 red, looking good. Three red, we're dead. Two white, minimum. 2 red. 3 red, minimum. We're dead. Ooh, continue landing. Float, 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 20. Float, float, float. 10. Whoops. This might not be good.
Nailed it on the money.
Like fuck you did.
Minus 65.
That's awesome. Manual braking. Reversers disengaged.
Happy birthday to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, your stream is all screwed up.
What do you mean the stream is screwed up?
We have chat, but your stream's going all laggy.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is I was actually getting some chunky monkey. I wonder why. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, it's in and out. It's real bad.
I wonder if my internet just took a shit. Hang on one sec. Let's see what it does. No, well, it's possible. I mean, we've never experienced that on final before, right? Right now, I'm showing that the stream rate is bad. Hang on one sec, folks. The stream is actually still here. Let me check and see where it's at. I can't believe that happened. That don't make any sense. Oh, there. It should be back now.
Audio's good.
Yeah, but no, I'm just refreshing there, and I can see it on my stream. Yes, I landed, folks. Audio working, no visual, and as I was typing, audio quit. The stream is showing still live on my end. Trinity, hi, how's it going? I gotta figure out, this has never happened before. My bit rate is down in the fucking shitter though. I've never seen my bit rate quite this low before, so something is going on here. Something is seriously tanking this. Why? I do not know. And you guys can't see, like 164 bits. Like I should be streaming. I'm usually pulling around 5 meg, 7 meg. We're only like 1.4 meg. It's like it's only doing audio. Drone, I might have to end things a little sooner here. Sorry, but I'm not going to be able to see you, I don't think.
No problem, no problem. Your stream is dead on my end.
All right, guys, without further ado, I apologize. I'll have to look into this and find out what's going on there. Maybe if I change this. Whoops, that ain't gonna fucking do it. Let's try this. Does this bring the bit rate up? Look at that, we've jumped up to 10 meg. Something's going on here.
You're either having a resource or a bandwidth problem.
Oh, my internet